So a fire went through here. I'm not exactly sure how long ago, but you can see the forest is recovering. There's a few live trees, but a lot of dead ones. The interesting thing is the big trees that were here are mostly mountain hemlock, which is what this is. But most of the little trees that are coming in are not that. They're this. And that's a true fir. I'm not sure which one, maybe subalpine fir. So anyway, the forest that's coming back initially isn't exactly what was here.
Huh. Okay. Scott says this is primo for elk now. Keeping our eyes peeled. Scott said this was his perfect Christmas tree. Not too wide, perfectly spaced. Just forgot my belt pack back about half a mile. It's all my ID, money, permit, all that. Sure is easier to move quick without a pack though.
Okay, so we're in a different part of the burn, just maybe half an hour from where we were. The older story here looks like it was mostly lodgepole pine, and what's coming back is mostly lodgepole pine. None of the hemlock overstory, and none of the subalpine fir understory in this part of the same burn.
Lots of little stepovers or go-arounds. Not too bad. A bit more of a mess in here. Go-arounds probably adding up to, I don't know, maybe another mile by the time we get there. Few battle scars from the blowdowns. All right, we're having our lunch. Closing in on Mazama. What, about 6.5 to go? Right?
Yep.
So if you watched yesterday's video, you would see that we finally climbed out of the trees and up into the high country and had some weather. Sat out one rainstorm, scurried over the saddle by Devil's Peak. Beautiful views. Then down, 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 down.
Saw an American marten on the way down
Yep.
through the forest, and he was kind of, looks like he was hunting.
Yeah. There'll be a short little, well, if you watched yesterday, so I'll have it on there. It's not a great video, but it does show him. And then race to camp through hail, thunder, rain. It's quite dramatic.
The
Yeah.
ground was pretty
Sopping.
close to white when we got to our campsite.
Yeah, we could have collected water and
pellets
out of the puddles on the trail. Here we hauled massive amounts of water out of Honeymoon Creek and probably could have just filtered the puddles.
Ran into a deer in the storm.
Yeah.
Near the trail.
Big excitement today was during my morning time with nature, I left my front pack in the trees. We got about a half a mile down the trail and I was going to make a phone call and I looked down and it was not there. So raced back, and thankfully I had noticed in a sea of little green trees that there were some dead ones where I went. So that's how I found it, tucked away, blending in. Had my license, credit cards, insurance cards, national park card, permit, money, lots of important things. So I had taken it off because I was changing my shirt, so I never usually take it off during the day. And I'll be checking. Scott will be checking. Anyway, we're having lunch and getting ready to have our day off tomorrow at Crater Lake. Anything you want to say, critters?
Just been in the burn much of the day. It's recovering. It's pretty interesting, actually, and I think Kim might include some of the.
Oh yeah.
So some of the ecology stuff about what we saw, which is really quite interesting.
Been a lot nicer than walking through the Dixie, of course, because that's much more recent. Some regrowth and yeah, not nearly as bad as I thought, anticipated. So plus we have another cloudy day, so we might have some more thunderstorms if we don't get our butt in gear.
But beer tonight.
Oh yeah, beer. Butt in gear to get some beer. We forgot to mention the fun today of the blowdowns.
Oh yeah.
Here, let's have Scott talk about the extra wet.
Yeah, there's more miles on this stretch than they say because you're constantly going around the butt of a tree or the top of the tree, and
yeah,
it's like a snake serpentine path. Just went through one that was like a maze here a minute ago, going all kinds of different directions. So.
Or you get to do a lot of stretching, climbing up and over. Yep. But yeah,
lots of logs to deal with today.
That's why my legs look like how they do. So that's that. Getting ready for the last 3 miles. Excited about that?
Not as excited as I would be if it was the last 2 miles.
I see the road to Mazama. Stuff in our face. And drinking beer.